lighting is really strong. No. Anyways, I wish I could put this somewhere else. Yeah, so I only do these videos when the idea comes to my head. I think it's best that way, because otherwise it sounds too contrived and nothing's being said. So I mentioned here about me teaching CPR classes and how my boss is a psychopath. Really, it's really bad. I mean, if you just do things from the ground up properly, you don't have to backtrack. If you set yourself in the web of lies to try to get money, you end up really paying for it. His car was towed, so now he's never in the office, and there's no hand sanitizers. We're teaching CPR classes. There's nothing to disinfect the mannequins with or anything. And so I, and maybe one other instructor, because it's mainly me, has to kind of deal with it. I had the same problem when I owned my own business, and it was a vegan smoothie shop, and they weren't buying vegan organic products. Also, they had organic and non-organic, and the price difference was different. And so the last owner was lying, It was all about lies, telling him that it's organic, but it's not. Until the government told us to, take the sign off about that, because it wasn't true. And dealing with shit like that, dealing with people, CEOs or an owner of a company who's a psychopath who tries to do everything and then just try to build a web of lies, it just becomes really, first of all, stressful for me, because it's against my values. I will tell people out front anyways in private, how the industry is, whatever. Even though his main mantra is he says that people talk behind his back and people are this and people are that. No, it has to do with you, that you're a psychopath and you are creating things based on lies, based on just a reputation that you want. And you don't care who gets damaged in the process, and it's everyone else's fault except you. Your car was towed because you didn't pay your bills, you realize that. It's because you're not putting your priorities straight. I don't have a car because I don't want that situation, and I don't need it. So what triggered this was, I don't know, I got this call, but no one left a message, so I'm not calling back, because fuck you. If you're not going to leave a message, then it's on you. Okay? Text, email, voice message, but I don't even have that many voice messages on my phone, so it's usually text. So I don't care what happens in your life. Get yourself organized if you want, if you're having a special request. So that being said, it's just a young girl, so I can't really say that. But the thing is, what caused all this was that in the CPR community, especially with the Heart and Stroke Foundation and Red Cross too, people would just give cards without even giving the courses. Just pay me $50 and I give you the card, so you have your CPR certification. Like I said in another video, I already got dinged for one thing because I was following the rules of my boss, who was breaking all the rules. So he started to change it, good, because I'm like, look, everyone knows everything, and I got this letter, and I'm going to lose my license and all that, So that's when he reacts. He does whatever he can until he gets until there's something said in public, like a narcissist, doesn't want his reputation ruined. And I know that already. So this one girl, after teaching one of the classes, which was only 8 hours, although I shortened it, said that when she called, the person said she could have the card for the 16 hours. And I'm like, okay, but there's a way to finagle the algorithm on the website. You just wait till the classes, next class happens, and you just add them on, and then okay, it's not that big a deal as long as, because where my boss works, to keep him happy, it's just like everyone just gets their card and that's it. The whole industry is fucked up like that anyways. It's all people trying to figure out how to finagle everything without getting caught. I'm aware of that. So what happened is this, because my boss is very impulsive, and this is what happened in the last video, I think it was the last video I did, where he tried to get me to go somewhere last minute. I'm like, no, fuck you, bitch, I'm not doing that. But also, on the other hand, it's because I already started getting clients for him for that class. It's like he doesn't think of repercussions. He just like thinks like what's the expression? Something with his balls cut off? I don't know. So, or chicken with his neck, rooster with his head cut off or something. Like he doesn't think, because it's just about yes, yes, yes. Every person who calls in, find someone, and then he's like, he can't make it because his car's towed. Well, like, I can't make it because I'm not available, and if I was available, fuck you. You didn't give me enough notice, so fuck you. That's the way it is. But you don't say that outright because you don't want to lose your job. So anyways, so the class that I was going to put this girl on to give her a card was canceled, which was this week. And so I sent her, I called, but then I sent her a text, and I think maybe it was her mother's phone, I don't know. It's the phone number she left, and then her email. So, and that was yesterday. And so I didn't hear anything verbally back from her. And I got a call, 2 calls, which I noticed. Not checking my phone today, trying not to, from a phone number, but there was no message being left and no text. So I'm not running after you. You want your card to be able to teach in summer camp or whatever. Your boss requires that. You better come after it. Otherwise, you're getting it in 2 weeks. Because I think that's when, of course, I'm going to be teaching the 16-hour class. But all this just gets me mad. First of all, probably because it's not me in charge, in the sense that I can't control other people's stupidity. I can only control my own stupidity. And when I have that plus other people's stupidity, I just want to throw them out the window, So that's where I'm at. I don't know. He said also that my boss saying that, because it's slow time now, in the fall it's a big contract, blah, 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 blah. And he wants to sit, he always does that every year. It's been almost 2 years. Oh, we got to sit down and go over the planning, but he doesn't come in. He doesn't even have a car. So that means that's why there's no hand sanitizer or anything at the office. Nothing's taken care of because he won't walk. I want to know how he did the class on Wednesday when I said I couldn't do it. And he can't find anyone else. Probably took an Uber where he's losing money on that. But, my schedule is not going to change. Well, I have to see where my group meeting is, and if I get through to this other group therapy place, and then this painting therapy place, like these things I want in my life. I'm only going to know after the 23rd, I think. August 1st, I'm going to know for something. I'm not going to give him an impulsive answer. I'm going to say, let me check. I'm not going to say yes, yes, yes. But the schedule I have right now, it's not going to be 7 days a week. It's going to be similar, 3-4 days a week, and that's it. Until he is trained again, like the fucking dog that he is, to call me in advance and do it. you telling me planning does not mean anything because you change everything all the time. So I won't give 7 days, I'll give 3, 4, and that is that. That's all you deserve, you know? The industry is a bit like everyone changes last minute too. But, like even yesterday, he calls me because I texted him. I'll text him when I'm at work. I won't text him like on days like this. He'll call like 2, 3 times and then he'll leave a text. You know the type of person who calls, doesn't leave a message? I do that a bit too now. But then call again an hour or two, and then we'll send a text, and then we'll say to call me back. It's like, look, no, not for you today. You're not the one. So, where was I going with this? Calling for that. Yeah, it was for yesterday. Yeah, like, he didn't say there was another class in the other room. So someone comes in, I said, no, there's no class, there's no PDSB class, you know, which is for orderlies in the other room. And he's like, yeah, there is. Like, find a system where everyone knows everything, because you don't say anything, because he's so, first of all, he's all about himself. Secondly, he's so confused. Thirdly, he's so discreet. He keeps saying that. He doesn't want his shit being known, but everyone knows your shit anyways. And when it gets too serious, yeah, I gotta tell people, because I gotta save my ass, because you're not saving it, you know? If you're gonna be discreet, it's not about paying people, and you don't even pay on time. You know? Now the question is, why am I still there? Well, because the whole industry is fucked up like that, and it's despite all that, it's a good deal. So I think I'm improving in a way that I didn't tell him to fuck off, and and the fact that I don't see him, I could pull back, and not tell him off. Even though he did a couple times with me, he doesn't have impulse control. Yeah, because otherwise it would have went off really badly, and I would have stopped. And also knowing that I don't have any other options. Everything else will be a lateral move. So like if I'm looking for another place, and I'm thinking of calling one other place, which already rejected me, but there's another person to call. But the person who gave me the reference was my former master instructor, and I could see how he's trying to finagle things, and he got fired from the Heart and Stroke Foundation, but now he's talking bad about everything, and he's trying to sell himself. It's like, look, listen, you fat fuck, I can tell you're trying to manipulate me, and the pay you're offering and everything you're offering doesn't seem like something that I want to jump at, you know, especially knowing how the industry is. And knowing how you are. And so I guess the only thing is, like, if I do lose this job, and it'll probably be because he'll get shut down. I don't think he'll declare bankruptcy, because he has 6 children and stuff. Now it just depends how fast he can develop his side hustle and figure out other side hustles and get things going, because he's been going downhill ever since I've been there. It's really bad, and I lived that, so I understand that. But I didn't have 6 children. But if more problems happen with me, and then I'm not going to go down alone. I'm going to say, look, I'm following his rules, you know. And then they're going to start going in on him and then close his company down. And then he already got rejected from Red Cross because people are talking. And he already has that stress on him, that and I'm also in the same stress. So he has a bigger stress on that respect. But, you know, the only thing I can't do it at the same time, like, you know, like a hypergamy female or a hypergamy male who already has the second husband material there while she's thinking about divorcing the first person or whatever. You know, that type of psychopath shit I don't do. So I'd have to wait till I lose the job and then offer all my time to another place. I already had one other interview, and it was probably why I was rejected, because I didn't have enough time to give to it. So it's a lose-lose situation with that. That's where I'm at.